Ernest again, and today we started our pear preserves and pear butter or pear spread, as some may call it, and we started prepping today, um, taking the hull off the pears. But for pear spread or pear butter, we're going to leave the hull on, and or the skin, if you will, and we prepared and chopped those up, and I'm going to show you what those look like and show you what those look like before we actually get things cooking on the stove. All right, be right back in a moment. Okay, I'm back, and what you see in the camera here is on the right is what we have is the pear spread, or we call it the pear butter, just pressed together or blended up. When we put it in, we're going to put it in a slow cooker tonight and get it started. But on the left is our pear preserves that we made during the last fall season. So these are our last 2 jars from last fall, and we decided at this time to go ahead and get some more cooking and store it up for the fall, and get those preserved for the family. So, and this is what it looks like. Oh, here we go. I chopped the pears up here, and I have a few more to chop up. And this is a total of 16 cups, 4 quarts. And we're going to get those in our crock pot over here. Later on tonight, we're going to get those in that crock pot and slow cook those overnight and put some spices with them. So we left the hull on because, you know, the skin of the pear, it helps to firm up as far as the syrup and the gelatin. So we'll leave the skin on because it's full of pectin when it's slow cooked. So we don't have to add anything else. We're going to leave the skin on and get that blended up. So, and then I'm going to add some lemon juice on top of these pears here, so to keep them from turning brown. So we're going to get those on in the crock pot in just a moment. So I'm going to just finish chopping these up and get them in the crock pot later on, and we'll show you what that looked like. Hello everyone. Picking up where I left off on making my not my apple butter, but my pear butter. And right here before me I have the pear butter in a crock pot, and this is about almost I think 16 cups of pears, and I already have my spices in there. So I'm gonna just go over what I added to my my pears here in the crock pot. What I started out with, I put about maybe a couple of dashes of nutmeg in there, a little less than half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and I put about almost a teaspoon of ginger, some ground ginger in it. You can see the ground ginger here, and I put about almost a teaspoon of this cardamom. It's a very nice spice to add to your if you're making preserves or apple butter, pear butter, jams, or peach cobblers or pies. This is a very nice. It's a little expensive, but this cardamom gives your preserves and jellies and things a nice rich flavor. And the last spice I'm gonna put in there is cinnamon. And I have noted that to put a cup of cinnamon, but this is a ground cinnamon, so this is a little less than a 1/4 cup of cinnamon. Add it to this here. I'm just dump it right in here. Then I'm gonna just mix it up. And once this get to cooking for about a couple of hours, I'm gonna stir it up, and we're gonna end up blending it or pureeing it down to a nice smooth texture. Also, what I added to the crock pot was a 1/2 cup of lemon juice and water, and that's to keep the fruit from scorching while it's cooking. So you could use some other type of juice if you like to, pear juice, apple juice, whatever flavor of juice you like to add to it. But I just did a little lemon juice and a 1/2 cup of water and put it in there, because it's going to make its own liquid. So you don't want to put too much liquid into the crock pot, because it's going to make its own liquid, and it, you know, if you put too much liquid, it'll make it too loose. So you want to put not too much liquid in there. So I put maybe about a 1/2 cup lemon juice and water in here. So I'm gonna stir this up, and then I'm gonna let it cook down. So I'm gonna get this mixed up in here a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna look real. Ooh, that smells so good. If you can only smell it. Yes, sir. I'm gonna get this mixed up in here, and we're gonna let it cook down. Just let it cook down. It's gonna do its thing, and the juice is gonna get in there, make it nice. Yeah, last fall we made about maybe 30 jars of pear preserves and pear spreads. I say 30 jars, but that was a mix of 8 ounce, 12 ounces, or a big 32 ounce jars. So we're just gonna let that cook down, and we're done. We set. I'll come back later, and we'll show you the next process. All right. Good morning. This is Cooking with Ernest again, and I'm back in the morning as the pears has cooked overnight, and this is a picture of them as they have simmered. You see they're very translucent here, and I'm gonna put them in the into the blender there and blend it up, and then I'm gonna put it back in the crock pot. I'm gonna add another cup of sugar. Earlier when I began the cooking process, I put about 2 cups of sugar, and I'm gonna add another cup of sugar because it's not as sweet as I want it. And the things about making pear butter is, or apple butter is, you can sweeten it to your taste. So and I'm just going to take some of this out of here and go right into there, into the blender. You can use any kind of blender or an emergent blender if you like, and blend it right into the crock pot. But I'm going to put it right here to the blender and get it all blended up and come back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm on my last couple of ounces or cups of blending. I have already blended majority of the pears and ready to go on another cooking cycle. I may add a little bit more sugar to them, and we're going to do a blend here. So I usually started with this blender here. It's an oyster blender, and I started off on puree. So let's go with the low speed of puree. We're going to turn it on the high speed here. Back to low speed. And I think that does it. I'll take that off of here. And we are done with the pureeing and blending. And we're going to pour it back into the crock pot, as you can see. Oh yeah, a nice rich color. And we're going to cook it without the top on it again until it simmers down, and I'll come back and finish up the video before we and start the pairing later this morning. It's 7 a.m. in the morning, so we're done here with the blender. We can put that right in the sink, and I'll stop and I'll come back. I'm back, and what I'm doing right now is sterilizing the jars. I just put them in a water bath here for about 5 minutes to get them nice and hot, and I am about to transfer them over to the pear butter and put the pear butter into the jars and get them sealed so they can go back in their water bath. So here we go. The pear butter, as you can see, is cooked down. This is nice. Do it with a nice and thick, slowly dripping off the. That's delicious. So we're gonna put this in the jars right now. Get this going in here. Here I got a little cup. I'm gonna scoop this with. What I'm gonna do is. That's right there. first jar. Second jar. And you don't have to fill it all the way up to the top, so that's 3. And I'm gonna go with a big, I think this is a 16-ounce jar here. Very hot, so. It's a little hot. Whoa. Get that down right there. That's pretty good. What I'm doing is wipe the top off to keep so it's sealed. I want the top clean here. I'm just cleaning it around so that the lids can seal real good. See, I made a little mess on this one. And we'll get them nice and sealed. And let me get another napkin over here or something to get that cleaned up. Nothing preventing the preserves from not sealing. Clean that top off. And I think these are ready. So what I'm gonna do is, what's that? No cinnamon in it. This is good. You can go ahead and start. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put these tops on here. Water on the floor. All right, we get the tops here. Get these all tight. You don't have to tighten it too tight. It's hand tight. That's one. Two. Three. And one more. All right, we'll move these out the way, and we'll get the other ones prepared for the water bath. All right, I'm back, and we'll get in the pear butter into the water here, the water bath, and let them heat up for 5 minutes. These small jars, I might be able to put a big jar in there. Coming back, putting a big jar in here. These are 16-ounce jars. I'm going to check the lid on this one right here to see did I get it tight enough. Oh yeah, it's tight. Get them all in there. they sell an actual tongue to pull these jars out with, which I don't have with me. It's at my other location. But we're gonna let these heat up 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll take them out. So, and then they'll be ready. Other than that, that's it. To canning pear butter, and in the other pot over here, let me show you another pot. We have the actual pear preserves, as we're gonna can these up. We let them sit overnight in the sugar, and they're caramelizing, as you can see. We're gonna take them out in about another hour or so, and jar these here, these pears here. So that's it for now. Until we get everything out of the water and everything canned up, and we'll show you what the finished product looks like. All right, thank you. Okay, I finished my pear butter, as you can see, with a smooth, nice texture. And these are, I think, 16-ounce jars, and some 8-ounce jars here. These are going to last a good long time. So what I have over here is on the right of the stove here, some biscuits that we prepared already. And you can eat these, they go very good with biscuits. So you cut the biscuit in half. So, and any way you want to do it. And you take some of that nice dark caramelized pear butter, and you put on your biscuit, and you can close that bad baby up. Throw a little sausage in there. And close that bad boy. Savor all the spices in the preserve. Delicious. All right, people. Until next time, cooking with Ernest. I'll see you there. All right, people. I am taking these jars out. We're going to let them sit and cool, and it should be ready. I've been in there 5 minutes, and a little bit 7 minutes. It doesn't take long for the smaller jars. So we're going to just get them out of here. Bad butt puppy out. Be very careful with these jars. I think they're ready. Turn this fire off now. It's set to go. And they're ready to go on the shelf after they cool down. Oh, I didn't state, if you want to not put these in a water bath, you can put them right in the refrigerator or put them right on the shelf for a couple of months if you want to eat them right away. These are ready to go. You can put them on biscuits, pancakes, whatever you want, meat. Alrighty. Whew. Okay. I think we're just going to wipe these down here for a moment.